Hi, Scary Recaps here. Today, I'm going to explain the movie The Purge from 2013. Beware of spoilers. In America 2022, unemployment has reached 1%, crime is at an all-time low, and violence barely exists, with one exception: the Purge law. James Sandin, who is working for a company manufacturing security systems, is seen driving, talking to friends and colleagues about an imminent event. Everyone seems to get ready for the Purge, which is an annual event where every crime is legal and emergency services are suspended for 12 hours. The date is March 21st, 2022, and there are 62 minutes left before the annual Purge begins. James Sandin walks into his house and greets his wife, Mary, who is preparing their dinner. Their daughter, Zoe, is making out with her boyfriend, Henry, in her room. When Zoe's father gets into the house, Henry sneaks out the window. Afterwards, Mary chats a bit with a neighbour named Grace before going back inside. James and Mary's other child, Charlie, uses a self-made device on wheels to startle his mother in the kitchen. Later that night, the family is having dinner when James announces that he has made it to the top of his division, having sold the most upgraded security systems. Charlie informs everyone of the time, and James gets his family to the control room where he has a brief look at the monitors before locking down his property and turning the security system on. An emergency broadcast message, followed by a siren, signifies the beginning of the Purge. Charlie asks his parents why they don't go out and kill, and James replies that they have no need. Zoe goes to her room and is startled by Henry, who has managed to sneak in before the domestic lockdown. Henry tells Zoe about the real purpose of his visit, which is none other than to talk to her father and try to convince him to allow him to see Zoe. Meanwhile, Charlie uses his device to enter the control room and is upset by the sight of a man outside who is calling for help. Hesitant at first, he deactivates the security systems and lets him in just in time before James locks the house up again. James and Mary go to the front door and James takes out his gun, asking Charlie to step away from the stranger. Suddenly, Henry appears in the staircase and surprises James as he takes out a gun and shoots at him. But Henry misses and James shoots him in the belly. In the shootout, the stranger runs away and disappears. Zoe takes a wounded Henry back to her room while James hides his family in the bedroom. With the unknown man still in the house, James goes to find Zoe and instead discovers Henry dead in her bedroom. Zoe talks to her mother and goes to hide in a different room than she and Charlie are currently hiding. In the meantime, a group of masked men and women approaches the Sandin residence. One of them, a blonde young man, asks James to hand over the unknown man, who, as it turns out, is a homeless victim that has killed one of his gang. The blonde man seems to take this Purge thing rather seriously and tells James to hurry up and deliver the homeless man, or else they will get inside the house and kill everyone they find. With no other choice than to give the stranger to them, James and Mary search the house to find the homeless man. Charlie, however, tracks him first through his device and gets him to follow it into a safe place. The unknown man hides in a secret compartment in a closet and avoids detection. Meanwhile, the blonde man outside talks with James and advises him to quickly give the homeless stranger to them. James says that he supports the Purge and that he will do anything to give them their victim back. As James searches the house again, he finds his daughter held hostage by the homeless stranger who is holding a knife to her throat. James points his gun at him long enough for Mary to come from behind and surprise him. James neutralizes the homeless man, and then he and Mary tie him up. As the stranger tries to escape, James urges Mary to press a knife in his wound to stop him from fighting back. The man is forced to comply and allow the Sandins to tie him to a chair. Soon, Mary expresses her doubts about this Purge thing. Charlie leaves, feeling disgusted, and Mary runs after him. James tries to apologize to his daughter, but Zoe doesn't want to listen, and she walks out. The homeless man then tells James to take him outside. But James changes his mind and decides to act differently. He tells Mary and Charlie that they won't surrender the homeless man to the killers outside, and instead, they are going to defend themselves. As the strangers outside take down the front door and enter the house, Charlie and Zoe go and hide while James and Mary seek out the intruders to eliminate them. James manages to kill 4 before he is stabbed by the blonde man. Mary is attacked by 2 of the masked men, but 2 of their neighbors intervene and save her. James crawls away, and Mary and Charlie find him on the staircase. The blonde killer appears then and goes to kill them, but Zoe shoots him dead. The neighbors come shortly, and while at first they seem to have been saviors, it turns out they want the Sandins for themselves. Grace, one of the neighbors, explains that their hatred for the Sandins comes from the fact that they boast of their money at the expense of others. The evil neighbors drag James's lifeless body away and then tie up Mary and the kids. As they prepare to kill them in a ritualistic manner, reciting the words of the new founding fathers of America, the homeless stranger comes and rescues them. He holds Grace at gunpoint and asks Mary what to do with her neighbors. Mary says there won't be any more killings. In the morning, Mary and her captive neighbors wait for the purge to end. As the siren is heard, signaling the end of the atrocities, the neighbors leave and Mary thanks the homeless man. The police and paramedics arrive at the spot and Charlie watches as the homeless man walks away.